Hello everyone, myself Ashish Kela from Rosler Security. I'm handling technical part in the Rosler team, India team. We have sales team. You must be aware of Sachin Ballamwar, which is located in Hyderabad. We have one director in Pune, Mr. Manmohan Kumar, and one salesperson in Mumbai. So I hope everyone is safe at home. Hopefully soon this COVID-19 will get over and we will start our business, resume our businesses. So if I start with this presentation and then we will move to software part. So Rosler Security is a 35-40 years old company with head office with development team is in Israel and head office is in Hong Kong. So the company earlier was manufacturing product for other companies, but from last 10 to 15 years we have started our own brand in access control, in guard patrol. So we have, give me a moment. Ha. So Rosler has its own factory setup in Shenzhen with all the manufacturing facilities with ISO, CE, FCC, ROHS, all the certifications available. From software to exit button, everything is in-house developed. So we don't have any compatibility issue like end of life or whatever we say that we don't have support on the software and all. So Extrax NG, the software which we have, we are continuously updating that software and we are continuously updating sites. The sites which were installed on 2008, 2009, we are making those compatible with latest software. So that's how we are compatible with the old hardwares and the new hardwares which are coming with the latest technology. So single software from Rosler, multiple different hardwares. So we have presence all over the world: America, Latin America, Europe, Africa, and Australia. So as I told, development team sits in Israel as well as in Hong Kong. Hong Kong is our head office and manufacturing is in Shenzhen. In India, we have sales team and technical support. So two product category, access control and guard patrol. So first we will start with the access control product range. This is one of the system architecture of Rosler access control product. Extrax NG is a software which is installed on the one PC. It is on a server operating system or any Windows operating system. Server will be installed and client you can install on same PC or you can install on multiple different PC. So software will connect hardware with TCP/IP on LAN. So we have 2 reader, 4 reader, 8 reader controller, which all the controllers communicate with single software Extrax NG. We have recently launched biometric also, that is also compatible with Extrax NG software. So all the template management, user management goes in the Extrax NG. We have different types of reader as well: card reader, pin pad reader, card plus pin, UHF reader also. So we will see all this in details one by one. So when we say access control, the first product what we comes is controller. Controller is a main part in access control solution or any elevator control solution or parking management. Why controller? We don't believe in the standalone solutions. If you give the standalone solution, those are not secure solution. It can be tampered and lock can be open. But if you have controller based solution, reader will be connected to controller, lock will be connected to controller, and controller will be in the BMS mode. So nobody can touch the controller and tamper it, and the lock will be every time safe. A reader can be tampered, but lock cannot be open. So controller based solution is always recommended from a technical point of view or from sales point of view also, that every time we should let it be 2 reader or 4 reader. We have a controller different range, so accordingly we can suggest. So first controller is AC825 IP controller. This is a master and slave combination. But if I consider market master and slave combination, the master doesn't control any reader. The third party or other brand controller, master and slave combination available in the market, doesn't control any reader or any door. Only they have connection to slave boards, or the maximum they can connect to fire panel integration. But with Rossler AC825 IP controller, master controller, it can communicate 4 Vigant reader and 2 OSDP reader. 4 Vigant reader and 2 OSDP reader. What is OSDP? OSDP is also protocol which communicates between reader and controller, open source device protocol. And what is the advantage of OSDP over Vigant? Vigant has a limitation of 150 meter. OSDP can go up to 1 kilometer range. So that is one advantage with OSDP reader. It is similar to RS485, little upgraded version. So master controller itself has a 4 Vigant reader and 2 OSDP reader option. So in left side we can connect 4 Vigant reader, 1, 2, 3, 4. Below that 2 OSDP reader can be connected. Sorry. And right side doors can be connected. Master controller has 1 lakh memory capacity, 1 lakh user memory and 5 lakh event transaction memory. The controller has, the enclosure has quite enough space to do the wiring, to do the TCP IP connection. All the power connections are hidden, so there is less chance to tamper the power supply and all. Even AC supply cord is coming with Rossler enclosure, and that AC cord can be locked with the enclosure, so nobody can pull the cord and power off the controller. And the red and black wire which you can see in the enclosure is for battery. If you put a 12 volt 7 ampere battery, 12 volt 7 ampere battery in a controller enclosure and connect with this red and black wire, so it will charge itself, and if the power is completely off, battery will supply the power to controller. So always I recommended to put 12 volt 7 ampere battery. Whether client is providing UPS or not providing UPS, go with a 12 volt 7 ampere battery to every enclosure. It will improve the life of it will extend the life of a controller or microcontroller. Whenever the power fluctuation will be there, battery will handle the microcontroller. So always recommended to go with 12 volt 7 ampere battery. Hardly it costs 700-800 rupees. So we can afford that. So controller, AC825 is a master controller. With master controller, you can connect 13 number of slave boards. With one master controller, you can connect 13 number of slave boards. 1, 3, 13. And those 13 can be different slave boards. 4 types of their slave boards are there. One is S805. It has got 16 number of inputs, where we require inputs, so many inputs, where we want to connect magnetic contact or fire exit doors, or those mushroom type emergency button, or any intrusion product like PIR motion detector. Or suppose a client has got requirement that if 4th floor get fire, then 3rd floor and 5th floor should get first trigger. So in that case, we require multiple inputs to connect fire panel of each floor to access control system. So there can be any case, any logic can be there where we require 60 number of inputs, depend on the client requirement. Nowadays, some people are asking to put magnetic contacts on windows, which are openable window. Why? Because if somebody opens a window and keep it open, so AC temperature won't be work good. The outside temperature will come inside, and temperature cannot be maintained if some window is open. So what people are doing, they are putting magnetic contact on some windows also. So that magnetic contact can be connected with access control, and we can have alarm or alert in a software to close that window, or if we integrate CCTV camera with access control software. So if anybody opens that window, we can have live video recording that who has opened the window. So all those are case examples where we require multiple inputs. Then next board is D805, where we can connect 4 reader, 4 door. 4 reader on left side, 4 door on right side. So if you have multiple readers in a single site, like suppose I calculate 13 number of D805, so 13 into 4, which is 52, and 4 vegan reader of AC825. So 52 plus 4, 56 reader can be easily managed with one AC825 and 13 D805. If you have 1 reader per door, then 56 door. If you have 2 reader per door in and out, then 28 number of doors can be controlled via one AC825 and 13 number of D805. And then we have one expansion board P805, which has got 16 number of inputs as well as 8 number of outputs. So why output? We require output if you want to trigger some sounder, or if you want to trigger a barrier, or if you want to trigger anything from NONC contact, we can use the 8 number of output. Then the last board in this AC825 series is R805, 16 number of relays, where we require 16 number of relay or more relay in elevator control solution or in a locker solution. Both are the parallel. Elevator control and locker, both are parallel solution. I will explain both. I am considering one example of 70 floor building. If there is a 70 floor building, so 70 relay we require for elevator control. So 70 relay, how we will prepare a BOQ for one lift with 70 floor, one AC825 master controller, 4 number of R805. So 4 into 16 goes for 64, and 1825 has 6 number of relays. One AC825 has 6 number of relay inbuilt. So 6 plus 64, so 70 floor lift can be controlled by one AC825, 4 number of R805. But when we are talking about 70 floor lift, then first point comes in the mind is the building height will be more than 150 meter length. So if it is a more than 150 meter, you can't use the normal vegan reader because that's a limitation with vegan protocol. So we have to use OSDP reader. So OSDP reader will be directly connected to AC825 on 3-core wiring, and 4 R805 will be connected. Now this expansion board doesn't come with any enclosure. So what we have to do, we have to add 2 enclosure also. So enclosure is of same as AC825, and in one enclosure we can have 2 number of slave boards. So 4 slave board can be managed in 2 enclosure, one AC825 and one OSDP reader. So this can have a solution for 70 floor lift. 70 relays will be there. Dry contact, NONC contact. So what we have to communicate to lift vendor is, for every button, floor button, we require NONC contact, which we will integrate with our NONC contact. So whenever our NONC contact will be triggered, their lift button, floor button will get enabled, and then we can press a button and go to that floor. So this is how we define elevator control solution with AC825. If we consider a locker solution, it is also similar to elevator control. How we are in water park or in nowadays in IT and BPO companies, we have to keep our belonging like phone and all in lockers. We can't take inside the premises. We have to keep all the things in the locker. So managing locker with a manual key was an old option. Now what we can do, if a person has a card or biometric enrollment is there, so what we can do, we can put one single reader on the complete locker cabinet, and when we will authenticate on that reader, only the locker which is assigned to us, that will get open. Please understand, every locker will be having EM lock or bolt lock, and both can be solution. So whenever we will authenticate. We will put our credentials on a reader. When I say credential, it can be a biometric, or it can be a face, it can be Bluetooth, it can be fingerprint, password, any smart card. So credential can be anything, or anything, 4-digit, 5-digit password also can be a credential. So whenever we will put the credential, according to locker assigned to us, only that will get open. So it is similar to elevator control solution. So locker or elevator, our pre-sales team should have a question that what is how many floors are there in a lift, and what is the building height, and how many number of lifts are there. And if it is a locker solution, so how many lockers are there, and are the all lockers are in single place. Mr. Dev, I have added almost all, and no one is in waiting room. We have now 13 number of participants from Winbach. Okay, so AC825.
One of our sales team from sales team, Rudra. I mean, he's waiting in.
No. Just now I think I did before.
Yeah, Rudra is online now. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So I was on AC825 master and slave combination. So one master controller can control 13 number of slave boards. Different type of combination we can do. H805, which is for input, D805, 4 reader, 4 door board, P805, 16 input and 8 outputs, and R805, which we generally use in elevator or locker solution. So the controller has one biggest advantage, is a UL listed controller. So if you have a tender requirement where government tender or normal tender where customer is asking UL listed controller, so you can do the base solution with AC825 IP. And software for this controller is Extrax NG, which is free up to 256 number of reader. Software is free up to 256 number of readers. If you have more than that 256 number of reader, then licensing comes in a picture. But 256 is a good number for a big project. If you have more than that, you can contact Sachin. What will be the pricing and all. So this is one simple architecture. Extrax NG plus database will be in one computer, or multiple client can be installed on different PC according to client requirement. On single LAN, we can connect multiple controllers and connect to the software. If you have multi-location requirement also, we can put the controllers on different location. Every location will require static IP from internet service provider. Every location will require static IP from internet service provider, so that database can be managed centralized. Single software can manage all the controller of multi locations and with the static IP help. There can be queries, so you drop query on chat box, so Sachin will try to answer. If you have any queries, technical queries, you can drop on mail, so I will try to answer after our sessions. So I won't prefer to answer here because then it will cause a disturbance. You can drop me email, I will give all the details in the brief. So then next range of series is network controller. This is not a master and slave combination. This is normal standalone. Itself has a memory to AC215 IP. This is a 2-reader, 2-door controller. 2-reader, 2-door controller. If you want to make it 2-reader, 1-door controller, that is also possible via deep switch setting. AC215 IP. Earlier, Roseler has to have different metal enclosure in which wiring was little concern and LAN connection. But now we have got upgraded controller. So here wiring is quite easy for engineer and LAN connection is also very easy. And you have got again battery space, 12 volt 7 ampere battery can be mounted inside and charging unit is available with the controller. And AC cable also comes with this enclosure. So first controller is AC215 IP, then is a AC225 IP. AC225 IP is also 2-reader, 2-door controller, but with expansion board, it goes 4-reader, 4-door controller. AC225 IP is a 2-reader, 2-door controller, but with expansion board, it can convert into 4-reader, 4-door controller. So what is the expansion board? Expansion board name model number is MDD02. Today client has gone with 225 IP, but in future one more door comes with a access for access control. So we can put one MDD02 over AC225, and now it can manage 4-reader, 4-door controller or 4-reader, 2-door controller. With single deep switch setting, we can convert into 1 reader per door or 2 reader per door. AC225 IP is also UL listed controller. So if you have tender requirement of UL listed controller 2 reader, then 225 IP is also option. And third controller is AC425 IP. It's a 4-reader, 4-door controller by default, and with expansion board, it can convert into 8-reader, 8-door controller. All these 3 controller has a user memory of 30,000 and event memory of 20,000. And software extracts NG. So if I distribute this application wise, 215 IP goes for UHF reader, where we require 2 reader and 1 boom barrier or 2 boom barrier. We suggest AC215 IP. So 1 barrier for 1 reader for in, 1 reader for out. If we have case of 8-floor elevator control, then I suggest AC225 IP with expansion board MDD02. Why? Because it will have 8 number of relays and 1 reader can be connected. So 8-floor elevator can be managed with AC225 IP option. AC425 IP MDD04, I suggest a solution where we have a turnstile. Where we have a case of turnstile, I will suggest AC425 IP MDD04. Why in the turnstile case? Because in that case, you don't need to put a magnetic contact with the controller, connect with the controller. And AC425 IP has got little less inputs, number of inputs. So in that case, I will suggest if you have doors with magnetic contact, I will suggest to go with the AC825 IP solution. Or if you are less door, you can go with AC225 IP also solution. But for just the pre-sale stream, I have just categorized 215 IP I recommend for boom barrier solutions. 225 IP MDD02 I suggest for elevator control, 8-floor elevator control, or AC425 IP MDD04 for turnstile cases. So that are most that will be most cost saving BOQ. So again, in a single network, different types of controller can be connected. Again, if you are going with a multiple controllers on single site and client is saying that I will give 1 or 2 IP on leads for multiple controllers. So what we can do, we can put multiple controllers on daisy chain pattern with 1 controller. 1 controller will be on TCP IP and other controller will be on RS485 with first controller. In that case, all the controllers will be master controller. No controller will be dependent on each other. But only for data transfer, it will communicate via first controller on RS485 network. And the first controller will be connected to software via TCP IP. So single IP can connect multiple 32 numbers of controller on daisy chain. So this was a controller series. First we have seen AC825 master and slave combination, then AC215, AC225, AC425 IP. For all the controllers, software is extracts NG. Then we have a reader series O2S, open to secure. Why I am showing first this O2S series? Because now we are most of the places, most of the tender requirement we are hearing iClass. iClass is the option we are hearing from in most of the requirements. Why iClass or why they are asking for iClass? Because what iClass team is marketing, that they are the secure solution in the market, available in the market. Their card number cannot be read by any third-party reader, or their card number cannot be duplicated in another cards. So okay, this is true that what they are doing, they are taking a smart card and in the smart card memory they are encrypting the number. In a smart card memory, they are encrypting the number and only their readers are knowing that from which sector that card need to be read. So same thing, we have option in Roseler, which is called as O2S, open to secure. Open to secure, what it do is encryption of card data, certification of authorship of card data. What the certification of authorship of card data means, that whatever encryption client will ask, end client will ask, whatever encryption, whatever card serial number end client will ask, accordingly we will program in the factory, and accordingly reader will be programmed, and then we will send to end client. So the client, the end client has all the information of security, of encryption, his encryption. So next time when he orders a cards, more cards, he has to come to you with this, with those details, and then you have to come to Rosellair for purchasing the card. So client will be bounding. Client has to come to you for the cards. He can't take third-party card and make compatible on the reader. So that is the advantage which iClass has, and we do have. It is secure data communication between reader and card, between controller and reader. O2S, open to secure. This reader has both the option, either vegan or OSDP. Different shape and models are available with pin pad, without pin pad. So that depends on what requirement we have. So iClass O2S is equivalent to iClass. Okay. If you have option in pre-sales with the end client, you can suggest that, sir, instead of iClass, we can go with Rosellair O2S series. Next range of series is CSM Select Smart Card Reader, where client doesn't have any concern on security or the card duplications or and all. In smart card duplication is very tough, but if client doesn't have any concern, so what we can suggest? We can suggest this CSM Select Smart Card Reader. What is the advantage with this? It can read any smart card, any 13.56 smart card card available in the market. 13.56 megahertz is the frequency which all MIFARE technology is using. Let it be MIFARE Classic, MIFARE Plus, MIFARE DeskFire, NFC. So nearby frequency 13.56 megahertz. So all that can be read by this reader. Even HID iClass card can be read by this reader, but we don't read the encrypted number which is done by programmer. What we read is CSM number, which is programmed by a chip manufacturer like Philips or Sony. So we can read that CSM number and give details to controller, and we can program that number for access control. Even your latest credit card and debit card, which are having symbol of NFC, the 3 curves, near field communication symbol, which is used generally for contactless payment. So that also can be used with this reader. We won't be reading any bank details from that reader. What we will be reading is CSN number of the smart card. Once we read that CSN number, we get some numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or any 5-digit and facility code on controller, and we can program that number for access control function. So that how this is compatible with any smart card. And one more thing, this reader output we can change, we can configure that. We get from factory 26-bit vegan output, 26-bit vegan output. But sometimes client asks is 32, 34, 35, 40. So what we can do, we can change that vegan output in India via programming card. You can anytime ask Sachin or me that we want to have a different vegan output from this AYK6255. So we can easily change that. In this anti-vandal option is also available, and reader range is from 4 centimeter to 10 centimeter. Read range is available. Then the third type of reader is CSM Select Smart Card Reader with Bluetooth option. Now, why Bluetooth or why soft credentials? Earlier, before this COVID-19, also people were asking, or users were asking, that we don't want to carry card or we keep forgetting the card. So what we can do, we can use their Bluetooth, Android phone Bluetooth or iOS phone Bluetooth, and get some ID, and that ID can be registered for access control. So we have this reader which can read the Bluetooth ID from the phone. We have got 2 apps, BLE Admin and BLE ID, on the Play Store and iOS, that are chargeable. So once you download it, BLE ID download and open it, whatever readers you have nearby, Bluetooth reader, you will get in the app, and when you select it, you will get access on that reader. That Bluetooth app, what it does, it generates some number from IMEI number, it generates, and that number we can get in the access control software, and we can register like normal card. So Bluetooth is one option which will be more asked in near future. Due to this COVID-19 also, what people are keeping asking is that we don't want to carry card which will touch to the reader. They don't want to touch any surfaces. So this Bluetooth, what we can do, everyone is carrying the phone. So in phone, if we download that app and select a reader, so we can get the access of that reader if we are authorized in the premises. So that is one option. Then from last 6 to 8 months, we have got biometric range available with Rosellair. Two ranges are available, Bio 8000 and Bio 9000 series. First, we will see the Bio 8000 series. What are the points in the Bio 8000 series? So Bio 8000 series has two different models. One model is indoor, one model is outdoor. The outdoor model has IPK10 rating, and in both models, proximity or MyFair option is available. So total 4 model for MyFair, proximity, indoor, outdoor. So 4 combinations are there. This reader is normal reader. It cannot be used as a standalone reader. This cannot be used as a standalone reader. This is normal reader. It will connect on controller with Wagon, and it will connect to software via TCP/IP for template management. 7,000 fingerprint template is the capacity of this reader. If you go with 1 fingerprint per user, 7,000 users can be added to this reader. So with Rosellair controller or with any third-party controller, it can be compatible. Only thing is you have to use ExtractNG software for template management. And DRB 8000 is a desktop enrollment unit which can connect with ExtractNG software on USB, and you can enroll fingerprints centralized. Once the fingerprints are added in a software, it will be distributed to terminal according to their rights. It won't be like if I don't have rights of reader number 1, still my fingerprint will be there. The reader which I have right, only fingerprint template will be on that reader. What this will do is, this will optimize the capacity of the reader. And if reader will be having less template or the required template only, so matching will be fast. So that's how we are managing from ExtractNG very easily we are managing template management. So Bio 8000 series was there, and now we have Bio 9000 series. Bio 9000 series is advanced series. This difference between these are, it can be used as a standalone also. Difference between both Bio 8000 and Bio 9000. Bio 9000 can be used as a standalone reader come controller, or it can be used as a with Wagon controller with on Wagon. So first model AYB 9120 or AYB 9150, proximity or MyFair. It can read card, fingerprint as well as Bluetooth. So all the 3 options are there: card, fingerprint or Bluetooth. Then next model AYB 9350BT. It can read face, fingerprint as well, face, fingerprint, password as well as card. Any multiple authentication can be there: face, fingerprint, password or card. And advantage here is, card can be any, proximity or MyFair. The single reader can read both the card, proximity or MyFair. So that is one more advantage with the AYB 9350BT and AYB 9250BT. So this reader has got fingerprint reader with card reader, and there is one small LCD screen on which you can see the user ID and user number, date, time format. And then this reader has got one camera. This reader has got one camera inbuilt. So when you show a card or you keep a finger, live image get captured in the terminal, and terminal transfer the image to software. So you can see who has done authentication, and you can see the image of that. And then there is a desktop enrollment unit DRB 9000, which can connect to ExtractNG software for template management. Then next of series reader series is long range reader. Whenever you get a requirement of UHF reader, so we have everyone asks for 6 to 12 meter range, read range. So we have got two reader here, AYU 915, AYU 920BT, 6 or 12 meter range. Earlier, Rossler used to have different reader and one small model MD81. So now we have got new reader in which Bluetooth is option. There is a LED which gives the indication card has got read or not, and we have got inbuilt module which will read multiple tags per second. What option is there? Why multiple tag per second is required? When car nowadays is coming with multiple tags like a toll plaza tag or a car tag from car manufacturer or suppose tag from Rossler tag. So there are multiple tags in a single car. So all the tags should get read and the correct tag should open the barrier. For this we have got inbuilt module which we can program via using the Bluetooth app BLE admin. What we can define is if you want to read a one tag per second or if you want to read multiple tag per second, then for how much time we want to block the ID of the tag. I will explain in brief here. Suppose there are 4 tags and 1, 2, 3, 4 are the different ID of the tags. So when all these tags get read, so first ID can go any. Suppose one ID goes to the controller, then that one ID should not repeat with certain period of time. If that one ID will keep repeating to the controller, then when other ID will get matched and when barrier will get open, so this will be the delayed operation. So what we have done is we can program via Bluetooth app that for how much time that ID should be blocked once it goes to the controller. The one ID goes to the controller, it will be blocked for 5 seconds to 10 seconds or 15 seconds. Then in the meantime, second ID will go, third ID will go, fourth ID will go, and all the IDs will get blocked for that defined time. Only once they will go to the controller, and controller will be able to trigger a barrier quickly by checking the correct writes. So this is the advantage with Rossler reader against the third-party reader, that we have got a module which is now inbuilt that we can read multiple tag per second. And with LED indication and Bluetooth option, again it goes very useful. Why Bluetooth option is required? If suppose you are sometimes coming with a cab and there is local guard is not present, so if your Bluetooth ID is registered, you can trigger a barrier and get access. If you are coming with a temporary vehicle, like suppose your permanent vehicle is on service, if you are using a temporary vehicle, then that time you can, if your Bluetooth ID is registered, you can trigger a barrier. So Bluetooth is also an important feature in this parking management solution. In right side, you can see there are different types of credential I have shown: UHF card, UHF sticker, and UHF hard tag. Now, what is this hard tag? Some cars nowadays is having bulletproof windshield. Some high-end vehicles, like some vehicle from Mahindra, Volvo, Mercedes, BMW, they are having the windshield with the bulletproof. So if it is a bulletproof windshield, there is a metal substance inside that windshield. And if it is there, the inside tag won't get read. The inside tag, if you put a tag inside a vehicle, that won't get read due to this bulletproof windshield. Or if there is a black film also, that won't allow to get tag read. So either cut that black film in a bulletproof windshield, you can't do anything. So what you can do in that case, you can put this hard tag on number plate. This hard tag is weatherproof tag. With the help of 2 screws, it can get fixed. So when the tag will get read, when the tag will get read by reader, it will open a barrier. It doesn't have that range of 12 meter, but it is quite enough. 7 meter, 8 meter range is there. Now, considering installation point, always put UHF reader before a barrier. Never put UHF reader never put UHF reader behind a barrier. First, there should be a speed breaker. After speed breaker, 1 meter, there should be a reader, and after reader, there 1 meter or half meter, there should be a barrier. Install barrier accordingly to manage the space. Reader should be first. UHF reader should be first, so that it will quickly read a tag, and when barrier will get open and vehicle will move without getting stopped. And why speed breaker? Because 50 km/h speed tag cannot be read. I don't know about others, but with Rosellair, we can't read a tag of in 50 or 40 km/h. 25 km, 20 km/h, if vehicle is there, we can read a tag and open a barrier with a 7-8 meter range. So all this was advantage. All these are advantage with Rosellair, a long range new reader. Earlier it used to be different, and that has to be configured via that RS-232 and all. Now we have this simple Bluetooth app. You can, once you purchase it, you can configure n number of sites, and settings also you can share on via screenshot, so I can verify and confirm back to you. So all these hardware and reader, all those goes back to ExtraXNG software, which is freely available on 2-3 sites. You can, without creating any login ID and password, you can download the software and install it. Highly recommend to use Clean OS. Why this Clean OS? What does this Clean OS mean? The Windows system should be fully updated, and there should not be any corrupted file, DLL and all. Why? Because the software is coming with SQL 2012 or higher. Now this SQL has a compatibility scene. It is little, it creates little issue with compatibility. SQL 2012 or any higher version creates little compatibility issue with installation. So if the OS is clean, it smoothly get installed in 10 to 15 minutes. But if OS has option or OS is not updated, then there can be issue while the installation. And admin rights, of course, require for installing the software. So you can see CPU 2.4 gigahertz, i5, Windows 7 or higher. Now Windows 7 is also not there. So Windows 10 or Windows Server 2012 and above. RAM 4 GB, network adapter, TCP/IP adapter, and hard drive 100 GB minimum. To manage all the backup database and all, it requires hard drive of 100 GB or 500 GB. So this is the requirement for ExtraXNG software, OS requirement. Then what are the features of the ExtraXNG software? I will show in the software also. First we will go to the PPT. Car parking. Where car parking required, now every day, everywhere, car parking is very restricted. Nobody wants unauthorized cars should enter in their premises because of limited car parking. So we can manage the car parking via UHF reader. We can restrict the number of cars inside a premises. We will configure in the software and show. Visitor management. We can take all the visitor details, photos, and we can generate paper slip, paper badge, temporary badge of a visitor. Time attendance. We are not deep into shift management and leave management, but we can give report in-out working hour. We can generate in-out working hour report in any format, PDF, Excel, CSV, Word, HTML, Notepad, and can auto-generate the report and can auto-email the report via ExtraXNG software. For leave management and shift management, we have integrated with multiple third-party vendors who have readily solution available for with 10 to 15 different types of reports. For sample reports, you can contact Sachin, he will share with you. I explain you elevator control, how to configure, that we will see in the software. SQL Server. SQL Server is a safe database where where users are more than 100,000. Then SQL database is a safe database, and it is freely comes with the software. Status map. If you want to have a building management BMS type of solution, like which door is kept open or where the alarm has happened, if you want to see on the floor plan, then status map is the solution. Video, it should be integration, not verification. So video integration, if you want to capture live image or recording on any event, we can integrate with Extract NG software. We don't have any CCTV in our product portfolio. You can have any ONVIF protocol IP camera or Hikvision DVR and VR. We can integrate those with Extract NG. Global anti-passback. So first understand what is anti-passback. When you come inside a premises and show a card on in-reader, then while going out, if you don't show the card on out-reader, then for you are inside then for the company, you are inside a premises. Then for company, you are inside a premises if you are not showing the card and going out. So next day when you come back, you should not get access on in-reader. This is a anti-passback solution. Minimum one in and one out punch, means 2 punches required for managing the anti-passback. So first in morning when you come, in punch. If you go in afternoon, then also you should punch. Otherwise, if you don't punch and come again, you won't get the access. So that is anti-passback. And now what is global anti-passback? Suppose you have Rosler controller, one installed in Mumbai, one installed in Chennai, one installed in Pune, and with centralized Extract NG software. So first day you visited a Chennai branch and you have made an entry and you didn't make an exit, and next day you visited a Mumbai branch. So in Mumbai branch also in reader you won't get access because it is managed via global anti-passback. So different controller, multiple Rosler controller in a single Extract NG software, we can manage global anti-passback solution. Then more features are door interlocking. If one door is open, then another door should not open. This is mostly required in pharma companies of interlocking. Batch design, it is for visitor management. Email alert, I told you we can automatically mail attendance report to HR. We can also have alarm or controller disconnected alerts on email. Biometric reader compatibility, the Rosler both 8000 and 9000 series are compatible in Extract NG software. Then customized vegan format. I told you if you have third-party reader on site and if you only want to replace the controller and software, we are easily compatible with any vegan format. Only we need a details from the client what is the vegan format and we will make a compatibility. Desktop enrollment unit, event pop-up. If sometimes you want a pop-up of live recording or who has shown the card, then we have a pop-up option. And last option is AC link. This is very useful product feature in Rosler Extract NG software. Any technician or any engineer can program logic using AC link. That if something is happening on the input or some reader or some door, then what should be the result on output? I hope I will be able to explain this. If any input or any event happen on inputs like fire or what we say on reader, somebody showing unauthorized card, or if somebody is opening door forcefully, then what should be the result in the software or what should be the result in the hardware? So that we can program via AC link solution. Then that was the access control part. There are different exit buttons and all, but I am not covering today. So now next product range is Guard Patrol. So Guard Patrol is our simple product range where guard has to keep continuously moving. He has to make a tour around in night shift, day shift, whatever he has to tour according to path defined, we can ask him to make a punch. So this is a reader which will be with guard. It is very simple, no button to push, no battery to replace. The battery once you charge works for 6 months. So guard cannot have a complaint that battery was not charged and I was not able to make a punch. 6 months it's a battery once charged. Again when you download the data, again it gets charged. So hardly it goes out of battery anytime. Then easy to use. So what guard has to do, he has to take this stick and make punch on the tag. I will show the tag picture in next slide. So what he has to do, he has to punch the tag. So when the tag will be touched, vibration, beep and LED indications will be there. So guard will be able to notify that I have made a punch. It can be used in any environment condition, water, rainy season, coal industry, gas industry. There is no spark produced in the product, so it can be used in any campuses. And it has got a memory of 8,000 event. So if in a day guard is making 100, 200 punch, you can easily use for 2 weeks, 3 weeks time, or 4 week time, one month. Then this is a downloading station or charging station which gets connected via USB cable to computer, and it has got one power supply adapter comes with this unit. So this unit will be near the computer. These are 4 different types of tags are in color available: black, orange, green, and white. So generally we use black tag in Indian market. So this is triangle shaped tag. It can be easily mounted with the help of 2 screws on any metal on any surface. Let it be tree also, in any open condition it will work fine. There is no battery, there is no power connection required, only the stick will be having battery. So when that stick will touch to this unit, that it will take the ID of that tag and make a punch in the stick, that reader. So very simple product, very simple to install, very simple to manage, no wiring requirement, so easily get installed on site. And let it be 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer campus, whatever 100 meter, 200 meter, 500 meter distance, you can put a tag according to client requirement, and we can have this solution installed. There is also leather also comes with the unit, so you can put, guard can hold on a belt like gun holder. So this is all this is Guard Patrol simple product solution. But if client asks that does it have a biometric or GPRS and all, no, we have kept it as simple as that, because battery is the main concern. If you put a biometric sensor, GPRS and all, battery will get consumed quickly in a day or 2 days, and it will get discharged, and unit won't be that rugged. So if anybody will fall it accidentally fall it will get tampered. So we have keep it simple, and it's an offline solution, not online solution, that as soon as guard will make a punch, we will get notification in the software. No, it is offline solution. Only thing is guard need to keep moving, make a punch, so we can get a data in the software. So these are some installations in all over the world. In India, Baba Atomic Research Center, BHEL, DRDO, IOCL, HP, RBI, JW Merit, all over India. Guard Patrol is there. Even access control is access control solution also is from Rossler with new Merit solutions. So that was from me from in PPT. Now I will quickly move to the software. When you restart it, XtraXNG is a server and client architecture. On one PC, server will be there. Client can be installed on same PC, or multiple PC you can install a client. Right now I have got both in a single PC, server and client with SQL database. So now when you when the client restart the computer, this is for technicians. When the client restart the computer, the software takes 5 to 10 minutes to get started. Why 5 to 10 minutes? Because the, in backend, SQL gets starts for SQL services get starts. After SQL service gets start, XtraXNG software will connect to database and will get start. So we will get a first, if the services are not running, we will get server run as server is offline. But when the services get run, we get server run as services. So server run as services is a good message for us. Now I am getting server doesn't have network. That means I don't have any hardware connected with me, and the database is completely blank. No user, no logic, nothing is in there. By default, how the database get created, that is with me. And I don't have any hardware connected right now. I am also working from home as you. So what we will do, we will add some dummy controller and show the features of the software. So this is a shortcut extracts ng client. Server is running in a backend, and this small window monitor is showing the health of the software. Right now you can see server runs services, server doesn't have network. So I'm getting this screen. This is a login screen in the software. If I get this screen, that means everything has got installed correctly. Software is correctly installed with correct database. So the by default password is admin admin, the first 5 letter of the operator name, administrator, admin. So all are in small letter. If I go for engineer login, ENGIN. If I go for security login, SECUR is the password. So sometimes if the client is forgot the administrator password, you can manage from engineer also login. So admin and the software got open. This is the main GUI of the software. Client will always see all these options. So you need to explain him what option they will get by clicking which option. So if we click on left side, then we get details on the right side window, this table view. And below window is for event window. If we don't want to see the event, we can close that window also. But of course, a client will see events, then only he will be more comfortable. So we can have real-time events here in this below window. So first we will see the option of software tools database. To all the engineers and technicians who go on the site and who install the software, complete the site installation, I will suggest to have the database backup. If you will have the database backup of the site, and if sometimes you have to go for reinstallation or reconfiguration of on same site, then the backup will helpful for you. How to manage the backup? Take the backup file from the software and put it on some internet sites like SendSpace, Dropbox, or on email. So client will also have that file and you will also have that file. So you can download that file anytime and can reinstall the software easily. If you don't have the data backup, it will be very critical solution. Even we have a periodic option. That one from periodic, we can have every month, every week backup database, new database in network drive. So if we will having the latest software, latest database backup, not software, latest database backup. So client will get all the data, all the recent data. You can always get software from me, but I cannot manage backup database of sites. You have to take the database backup and put it on email or put it on any online hosting server like SendSpace, WeTransfer, or any. If you have your company space, then there you can put. So have a backup of all the sites. Database backup. And here I would like to show this option. Import earlier database from extracts version 4.25. So as I told you earlier in my second slide, that the site which were installed in 2008 and 2009, in that site are now upgraded to latest software. So that's how we are backward compatibility is available. We are not saying any product as end of life. For support, new availability cannot be there of that product if it is end of life, but support from us will be always there. We can upgrade any site software with this feature, import earlier database from version 4.25. Then second important option here is for a installation point of view, import and export data via Excel. If we get the data from client in Excel format, then that's the most easiest thing to do the installation. If you don't get the data, we have to manually make an entry, and that can consume time, and that will create lots of human mistakes, human error. So before going to installation, generate this blank format and send to client. Sir, please fill all the first name, last name, department details in this Excel. Copy in this Excel. We can import this Excel in our software, and in a single minute 10,000, 20,000 users will get in our software. So Excel is one important feature for installation. So these are the common features, but are the important feature required for installation point of view. Now, to add a dummy controller, we click on AC network. I will select some COM port 1, 2, any. I'm randomly doing it. So network got added. I can rename this network as per client requirement. IT room. No, sorry, not IT room. This is Venba Chennai office. So network got added. Inside the Venba Chennai office, I can add dummy controller 225 MD D02, 2 reader per door. So when I am adding 225 MD D02, that means I should get 4 reader, and as it is 2 reader per door, so I will get 2 door. So I am clicking on OK. So doors are 2 and readers are 4. If I delete it and add 1 reader per door and AC 225 MD D02. So now I have got 4 door as well as 4 reader. So these all things are dummy. So don't worry what I'm adding. I'm just randomly adding to show the features. I have got here readers, so I can rename those readers according to client requirement, main gate, IT room. Why this renaming is required? It is very helpful for end client to understand where the event is happening. And when he will generate a report, this name will be the concern. He won't understand one panel, one reader, one panel, one reader, 2. Always he will be able to understand his nomenclature. So ask him what name need to be given. In doors also we can rename this. There are inputs, outputs, AC link. So if I click on AC link plus sign, I see input as well as source and destination. So as I explained earlier, if something is happening on the particular input, particular reader, particular door, so what should be the result of that input event on another system? Like input 6, I got a fire panel, and then on one panel 1 output, door 1 should get active and time zone always. So if I get a signal from input number 6 that some fire is happening, so door number 1 should get continuously active. That the main gate of the premises should get completely active till we get close signal from the fire panel. So any logic, even elevator control logic is also configured from here. I will show the example. We go in groups, output group, I click on plus sign, all door, expand this network, select all, AC link, input number 6, contact got closed, output group. So what this link will do, when fire panel will give trigger on input number 6, all the doors will get open active and time zone will be always. Now contact is closed. I get a signal back from the fire panel that now everything is restored. Contact is open from fire panel to one panel 1, output group all door should get ideal and time zone always. So with the help of a AC link, we can configure any input as a fire panel input, or any device, any solution we can configure via this AC link option. I got some query. I think it must be technical. We'll see. Will the AC link work well even if the Extract-NG software is off? Logic relies in the hardware. A very good question, Mr. Dev. Thank you for this question. Sometimes I forget this question. Tell this information. Yeah, definitely the AC link gets stored in the hardware, because this fire panel integration or any critical situation These all are very important. Software can be offline anytime computer can be off, and fire can happen. So this logic should work. But nowadays, what consultants are asking, this is not recommended from my side, but what consultants are asking is, they will integrate fire panel to one controller in the network. If it is not AC 825, then understand my logic. If it is AC 215, 225, 425, and what consultant asking, they are putting fire panel integration with one controller, and that one controller should trigger all the controller. They are not looping the fire panel connection. Please understand my point. What they are doing, they are saving the inputs on controller. They are putting the input on single controller. So I will show that option. When I see, I will create new AC link with that will be a better option. Input number 6, contact close, one panel 1, output group. When I selected output group, these options came in the picture. Open all output of selected output groups. Open all output of selected output group. That means what it will do, if controller 1, if the output group is having all the controller door, all controller 1, 2, 3, 4 doors. So when this link will get trigger, input number 6 of controller 1 will get trigger. It will trigger all the doors of all the controllers via software. Because two master controller cannot talk between them. One master, one 215 IP cannot talk with another 215 IP in the logic sense. Only for data transfer they can use the RS-485 network daisy chain pattern, but for logic they cannot talk in between them. So this option enables to put an integration or fire panel integration from one controller to all the controller via AC link, but that is software based. And if the software is off, then this logic won't work. Definitely, because it is software based, so it won't work. So my recommendation is don't go for this fire panel integration. At least don't use this logic. For other logic, okay, but for fire panel integration, if we say AC 215, 225, 425 IP controller, please look fire panel connection to all the controller. So if in any case, let it be 0.01% chance software is offline, at least all doors will get triggered and there won't be any harm in life. So I hope, Mr. Dev, I have answered your query. So if you put the controller logic, the controller 1 is input and its output logic, of course that is saved in the memory of the controller. But if controller 1 to controller 2, like 215 to 215, then that logic is software based. So that all are part of the controller. Then second part is biometric. As I told, I am from last 6 to 8 months only we have integrated biometric. So now that is available with XtraXNG software. I click on the terminals. If I click on add, so Bio 8000 series, the model got selected by default is AYB85 series. So you can see the image of that hardware. If I change the hardware, so now image got changed. And down there, you can see the capacity of the terminal. So 7000, I told you the capacity of the terminal. Current use is 0. So when we enroll the fingerprint, we will see how much templates are stored in that device. So it's for general information. If I change this to Bio 9000 and I change the reader, so the image get changed and accordingly memory gets changed down there. So single software to manage controller, to manage a biometric terminals, to enroll the fingerprints. And if you take a backup database of this software, the backup of fingerprint template also comes with the software database. So that was a biometric part. As I don't have any hardware connected, I can't go in a deep. So please understand me. Whatever option I will be able to show, I will definitely show. So next part is video integration. So video integration, I need to integrate a camera. I got one webcam of my PC. So I will run the software, IP camera software backend. it has automatically detected my webcam. So my now webcam is integrated with this software Vitrax. This is also from Roslayer. It's not third-party Roslayer. Now I forgot to mention the Vitrax part, that is camera integration part, is a license based. 2 camera, 4 camera, 8 camera, 16 camera, and 60 camera. There are 5 different licensing structure are available. So one time it need to be purchased according to number of cameras. Not all the cameras are in network need to integrate. Only the cameras which are required with access control, that can be integrated with the software. Setup of Vitrax, it's normal. The options which are in NVR and DVR, that all options are in Vitrax video management software. Like if you want to have time moment based recording, if you want to have multiple screens of to manage multiple cameras, so that can be also there. Like I click on camera setup wizard. Next, I put in network devices. I will give IP camera 1. I don't have camera, only I can show the properties. So you can see the list of manufacturer here. All the OnVIF protocol available camera can be integrated. I don't have much knowledge in CCTV, but OnVIF is the most used protocol. So most of the companies are listed here. So whatever camera model number there, we can select that. Otherwise, by default, we go to generic OnVIF compatible, apply. Okay. And now it will ask me IP address, username, and password of that camera. Whatever the default IP or whatever the IP address we have set to camera, we have to put that here. And all the settings of that we can do from here. So right now I don't have. Next. So no motion detector, camera motion detection, software motion detection. If you want to have a continuously video recording, or if you want to have motion based recording, here was global recording problem. Where you want to save that recording, in network drive or where in local drive you want to save that recording, that is also possible. So you are more aware about this camera features. I'm not aware, but what we can do, we can add the camera in the Vitrax software. If you want to have different properties from here, you can have. But after adding in this software, we can go to access control software, file. Give me a moment. File, Vitrax server, admin, and connect. Got connection error. I will try again. Local host connected. Okay. Now in Vitrax VMS, add camera, IP integrated webcam, and now we can see that camera in access control software. So I will trigger one snapshot manually. So this is manually, I have triggered a snapshot in access control software, ExtraXNG. And I can see that event in a here below window, integrated webcam recording snapshot. And if you want to see that snapshot, I select here and open the snapshot. So date and time and what event happened, recording snapshot, which camera, and details. So all that we get from this event details. And of course, these photos get saved in one folder with time and date stamp. Some people are joining now, so I want to say them. We started 1 hour back, and we have first completed a PPT and then we completed now we are in software. There was a question I think Sachin has answered. Thank you, Sachin. So this was a video integration part. And as I told you, Hikvision and DAWA, DVR and NVR can be connected with the software. And same licensing is there, 2 camera, 4 camera, 8 camera licensing is there. Then we have option of grouping. In a grouping, I showed you output group. What is access group? If you want to restrict rights of user on particular reader, you create a access group. By default, there are 2, master and unauthorized. I will first go in user. First name, last name, middle name. User number can be customized, but it cannot be alphanumeric. Then goes for a access group. So by default, there are 2 access group, master and unauthorized. And for Venba team, I want to explain you, as you are most of the time you do the Roseler installation, why we have first by default unauthorized and why not master. This was query to me also. Earlier it used to be master, now they have converted to unauthorized. So why default unauthorized? Unauthorized means no, the card won't work anywhere. So what they have done, what they say is, while doing the installation, you may add 100 or 200 cards at a time, but all the cards don't get distributed at the moment. At the moment, all the cards don't get distributed. They are kept in the drawer and one by one they are distributed to the client. So if you have put all to unauthorized, they won't be, nobody can use it for illegally. If all are unauthorized, they cannot use it for illegal purpose or for wrong purpose. So whenever user will come to get a card, that time he will get a rights. So then only he will only use, or he will be concerned person for anything happen wrong. So this user rights is very important, and as per my developer, by default they want to keep unauthorized. As the cards get distributed, accordingly rights need to be given as per him. So we whenever the user come to get his card, we can click on plus sign and we can define an access group for him. It is not compulsory that access group will be different for different user. It can be common for IT team, common for sales team, common for HR team. So we can define common access group for all the team or for different teams. So whenever the user will come, if I want to define from here, I can define from here, or I can define from here also. IT team. Okay, IT team, and give him the right of main gate and IT room. Now I go to the user general, and when I add, I got here the IT team access group. So it can be assigned to n number of users. That is not restricted that IT team group can be assigned to 10 number of 5 number users. There can be sometimes query that they want multiple access group to a single person. Of course, there can be such requirement because other third-party softwares are managing multiple access group to single user. But what Roseler can do is, in a single access group, we can add multiple doors. So that will be the same. So access group is one part for normal access control. Then comes the identification. So as I told you, this number cannot be alphanumeric. If client is having alphanumeric ID, so he can put here ASPD, whatever number, and then we can search according to this identification number. Then we have validity date option, which is most common to manage the user if they want to give right 1 week, 1 month, or one day or 1 year. Accordingly, validity date can be given. The next option is counter. This is one of the unique feature of Roseler, counter. What counter option do is, wherever you pay prepaid, like in gym or like in canteen, you pay prepaid. So what you pay for 1 month and you get 30 days access. But that 30 days you don't use regularly, like Saturday, Sunday you don't go to office, or Saturday, Sunday you don't go to gym. So you don't use that days. So what gym management allows you, you can come 2 months and use that facility. So validity is one option. But what you do, you go in the morning, you go in the evening to use the facility multiple times. then that's the disadvantage for the management. So what we can solution we can give is counter. Counter, what it will do, if you pay for 30 days, you will get a 30 counter. Once you show card on first in reader, if the main gate in reader, your one counter get detects. Now you go inside a campus and use the facility, go outside, and again if you will come back next day or the same day, your counter will get, and show the card on in reader, your counter will get reduced. So counter helps to manage number of time user use that premises or go into that premises. So that, like in a visitor management also, we can use this option where once the visitor comes, we add him for 24 hours ride. What he do, he go for once work, complete his job and come out in 1 hour. Now next time also he can access as it has a 24 hours ride. So if we have given a counter, his card will work once only, and then next time his card won't work. Let it be 24 hours or let it be 1 year validity. But counter is finished, so we will get a message, access denied, counter 0, asks to the admin that I need a more counter. So counter is one option. We can add an image of a user via webcam. There is one option, extended door open time. I miss in the door property. So what is extended door open time? If there is some a handicapped person or some VIP person is there, and whenever they show the card, the door should be extended for more time. So we can configure from here, extended door open time. So by default it is 8 seconds. If you want to increase that, that can be increased via door setting. Now there is option user selected output group. So this option is for elevator control. Whatever output group I assign to user, accordingly that relay will get triggered on that controller when the card will be shown. Suppose I select all floor master card and I assign him group all floor. So whenever the client will show the master card, all the relay will get triggered of that control of that particular controller, not of another controller. Of that controller relay will get triggered and all the button will get enabled. He can press any button and go to the floor. If I restrict him to second floor, fourth floor, ground floor only, so only that 3 relay will get triggered. Then option is of credentials. So this credential page is also important. Why? Because as I told you earlier, credential can be anything. It can be a biometric, it can be a password, it can be RFID, it can be normal smart card, proximity card, anything can be, it can be Bluetooth. So as there are multiple technology in single premises, there can be a multiple technology. Like UHF reader is on gate, then in elevator control, normal card reader is there. In the office premises, there is biometric reader for time attendance. Then in your office cabin, there is Bluetooth reader. So all these readers will give different IDs, different vegan ID. All the reader will give to a single user. So what we can do, we can add 15 number of credentials to single user and manage from a single window. So as soon as that client got unauthorized, if I make access group unauthorized, all the cards will get deactivated on their readers. So single window to manage all the credentials of a single user. So that was a user part. Then reports. Reports, we have basic reports, attendance report or access report. So I click on attendance report. I select custom. I can select the date and time according to my requirement. What report I want to generate. User, department, general user. Which reader I want reports. So main gate and IT room. And then if you want to add customized field in the report, that is also possible, but I will recommend 1 or 2 maximum custom fields can be added, not multiples, because it will cut the page format. So either mobile number or some details, personal details can be added in a field. Then on which day working days are there, and run. So I don't have any database now, But if when I click run, I will get right side all the events, and then I can export in any PDF, HTML, CSV format. Someone may have question that please show the custom field option. So right now you can see there are no fields, custom fields. I go to tools, options, custom field, I click mobile number. By default there is mobile number in the user column, but that cannot be taken in the reports. So users, general. Earlier there were only 3 tabs: general, credential and details. But now I have got this user field, mobile number. So I can this, okay. This I have to fill manually. This cannot be imported via Excel as this is customer format. Now I go to the reports back, attendance report. Now if I click on this field, I get the mobile number here. So now on the right side of the reports, I will get the mobile number field. So that's why I'm recommending only 1 or 2 field need to be should be added in a single report. That's quite more than enough. And first name, last name and department already coming in the report by default. So this was the report format from, and email alert also I will show. If you want to automatically generate this report, save it and schedule it. So when you want to generate and which user the email should go, that is also possible via this save report option. Scheduling. Then tools, options, email notification. So if I click on enable, so for these types of event like an alarm, panel connection issue, or some access denied blacklisted user comes in the premises, or some VIP user come in the premises and you want an email alert that on which reader they will have shown the card, so we can get the email alert for that. Even if we have integrated webcam also, CCTV camera, then we will get image on the email that where the what alarm is happening. So that image or recording will come on the email. So all these are the features of Rossler ExtractNG software. 2 parts are the license. One is number of reader more than 256 and one is camera integration. Only for this licensing is required, otherwise no licensing is required. In help option, manual is also integrated with the software. So if sometimes you have to search any option I am not available, or any option you want to look for there, you can click on the manual and PDF file will get open. So all these are the features of ExtractNG. I hope I tried to show you, I was able to explain you the software and hardwares. There can be multiple queries. Please email us. I hope everyone has my email ID, or you can ask contact Sachin for any requirement, or me also WhatsApp me requirement. We will share a BOQ with you, or if you want a data sheet and all, so we can share you on the mail. If you want PPT which I showed you today, that also is possible. Please drop us email. We'll share you the Dropbox links. You can download from there. So thank you for your time. I will close the session from my side here. Thank you, everyone.